And as we continue, as we continue to grapple with this coronavirus pandemic, we are still trying to make the best of it, especially the class of 2020. Take a look at this. So as more Metro Atlanta seniors graduate high school, their schools and communities are getting very creative to replace the traditional commencement ceremony. Brookewood High in Gwinnett County was one of the many schools to host a parade for their graduating seniors over the weekend. The graduates rode in a caravan of vehicles as their families cheered them on from the side of the road. Love to see it. And the graduates at North Gwinnett High School also took part in a parade over the weekend. The seniors were asked to wear their cap and gowns. The parade passed by their high school where their principal and some teachers were proudly waving. And a graduation surprise for one high schooler in Alabama. Senior Mason Taylor had just received his diploma when his military brother walked on stage for a big embrace. The elder Taylor drove 800 miles from Lackland Air Force Base in Texas for this huge moment. Again, congratulations to the class of 2020. Love to see these smiles and congratulations, guys.
Good stuff.
Absolutely. The hugs allowed within the family. Congratulations, class of 2020. We'll be back with more Morning Rush tomorrow.